Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim reiterated the necessity of intensifying the international efforts to establish an independent Palestinian state according to the borders of the 4th of June 1967, with Al-Quds as its capital as the only guarantee to achieve peace in the region. This came during a phone call from President al-Sisi, which he received from the Malaysian Prime Minister. The call stressed on the depth of relations that bind the two countries and means of enhancing bilateral ties in various domains, especially the economic and investment fields. On behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli heads for Ethiopia to lead Egypt's delegation to the 38th Ordinary Session of the African Union Summit in the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. The summit is scheduled for February 15th to 16th and will be attended by many African leaders and heads of governments. Minister of Foreign Migration and Egypt Expats Affairs Badr Abdelati takes part on Friday in the 61st Munich Security Conference. Ahead of the event, the Foreign Minister held a series of meetings with some of his counterparts on the latest regional and international efforts of mutual concern. Details follow.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Migration Badr Abdelati on Friday met the Sudanese counterpart Ali Yusuf al-Sharif and reiterated the Egyptian complete support to its neighbor in light of the brotherly historical ties binding both countries. He asserted the Egyptian supportive stance to the Sudanese national institutions and its efforts for preserving the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The top diplomat reviewed the Egyptian engagement in regional and international pursuits aiming to back Sudan, including the resumption of the country's activities at the African Union. Separately, the foreign minister met the Estonian counterpart Margus Tsahkna, saying that Egypt is looking forward to more cooperation with the European country, especially in the digital transformation, information technology and tourism fields. He hailed the Estonian supporting stances for Egypt at the European Union. The two ministers also exchanged viewpoints regarding different regional and international issues of mutual concern, especially in Gaza and Syria. Meeting with the Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski, Abdelati highlighted the importance of Poland's continued support for Egypt and the European Union in light of the current presidency of the 27 bloc and the accelerating regional and international conditions which require more coordination. He stressed the significance of the current arrangements for holding the Egyptian-Polish Business Council in Warsaw. Meanwhile, the Foreign Minister Abdelati said that Egypt is willing to forge a comprehensive vision to launch an early post-war recovery process in Gaza, which maintains the Palestinians' presence in their homeland. The minister made the note in a meeting with the Norwegian counterpart, Espen Barth Eide, where he reviewed the Egyptian efforts for holding a ceasefire agreement in Gaza, hailing Norway's support for the Palestinian legitimate rights.
Humanitarian and relief aid trucks kept entering Gaza via the Egyptian side of the Rafah border crossing. A source at the line outlet said 74 aid trucks, including 14 fuel trucks, will be accessed to the Palestinian-occupied enclave after being inspected at Al-Auja and Karm Abu Salim crossings, southeastern Gaza.
Minister of Foreign Migration and the Egyptian Expatriates Affairs Badr Abdelati said that Egypt is looking for more support from the United Nations Developmental Programme to the government's efforts for accelerating the achievement of the Sustainable Development Objectives in line with the Egyptian Vision 2030. The minister made these remarks in a meeting with the UN Programme's Director General on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference, where he stressed that Egypt also needs support for taking in refugees and migrants amid the difficult economic challenges and burdens currently facing the country. Meanwhile, the Egyptian top diplomat met Iceland's foreign minister on enhancing the bilateral ties and cooperation, particularly in the trade and the investment fields. The top diplomat said that Egypt was looking forward to more cooperation between the Egyptian and the Icelandic parliaments and the Nordic Council nations. Egypt's stock market indices retreated during last week's sessions, losing £16.5 billion. The market's capital for companies listed in the bourse reached £2,207 billion, losing 0.7%. The bourse's weekly report showed that the benchmark EGX 30 index declined slightly by 0.05% to reach 29,997 points. Meanwhile, the medium-capped EGX 70 index lost 2.4% to reach 8,402 points, and the broader EGX 100 index lost 1.94% to reach 1,154 points.